I'm Kelso Sturgeon, and I would like to welcome you to Kelso's College of Advanced Sports Handicapping tonight, looking at NFL football. The preseason kicks off. I'll be releasing two games, one at the 10-unit level, and the San Diego Chargers hosting the Seattle Seahawks on ESPN, a 3-unit play on that game. You know, I've been doing this for some 40 years now, and I love it. I love teaching handicapping, and that's what this video is all about. It's what all the videos to follow will be all about. So for the next 10 minutes, I'd like your undivided attention. We're going to cover a lot of territory on tonight's NFL games. I'm going to kind of review each one of them for you, give you some of my thoughts, and focus primarily on the record of coaches in these games and how they have performed in the preseason in the past, because in many respects that is a foundation block of NFL preseason handicapping. Also, I'd like to tell you that my Best Bets Baseball Club, now 14-3 with its last 17 games, and I'm going to tell you how to get all those games free. And as I said, the preseason NFL games begin tonight. I'm going to tell you how to get that free, all at the end of this teaching session. I hope you have your pen and pencils ready. You're going to have to make some notes. I'm going to share with you some facts and figures and a little bit of opinion, but in the end it's going to be your decision as to what you use from this show to win a bet, and I'm going to leave it up to you. You're the student, I'm the teacher. This is somewhat of a test, and we'll have one almost every single day. But let's look at tonight's games from the standpoint of the coach, and a little bit about the game plan from each one, and I think that you'll find it insightful and helpful in making your bets tonight. First of all, let's start with the Baltimore at Philadelphia game. Philadelphia is 3 with a total of 34. Now, Jim Harbaugh, the Baltimore coach, has been there for 3 years. His record in the NFL preseason is 8-4. In the first game of each of his preseasons, he's 3-0. He's won them all. And the last 2 years, he's 7-1 in NFL preseason games. Andy Reid, the Philadelphia coach, not so intent in the NFL, 18-30 during his tenure. He's in the first game of the last 2 seasons, he's 3-5. I beg your pardon, he's 5-8, and in the first game of the preseasons, he's 3-5. Once again, let me run those numbers down again. I don't want to confuse you. Andy Reid's record, 18-30 in the preseason. He is 5-8 in his first game, 3-5 over the past 2 seasons. Now, Joe Flacco starts for Baltimore tonight and will play the first quarter. Then rookie Tyrod Taylor from Virginia Tech steps in, and he's going to go about 2.5 quarters. Quarterback Hunter Campbell, a second-year man out of Louisville, will finish up the game. Michael Vick starts, will play the first quarter, will be spelled by Vince Young, who will play at least the second quarter. I frankly do not know who follows in that game. In the Jacksonville at New England game, let's run down the coaches, then I'll give you some notes about the game. You know, Jacksonville coach Jack Del Rio is 20-12 in preseason games. In the first week of the preseason, he's 3-5. The last 2 years, he's 3-5. And by the way, New England is a 3.5-point favorite. There are some 4s out there with a total of 35. New England coach Bill Belichick, 25-20 in the preseason. In his first week games, he's 8-4. In his last 2 seasons, he's 5-3. Now tonight, Jacksonville's in an unusual spot of being without its first 2 quarterbacks, although there is a slight chance that Luke McCown will play. David Girard is out, and McCown is very questionable. That means that rookie Blaine Gabbert from Missouri will start and is going to play a long time, because his backup is Todd Bowman, who 5 days ago was riding a tractor on his farm. Bowman was with the team last year. He knows the system, but he's had 1 practice session before this game. So very shaky in that spot. The New England starters are going to play longer than usual, simply because Belichick is unhappy with how they have performed thus far in the preseason. Now, for the Seattle at San Diego game, the nationally televised ESPN game, I'm releasing as a 3-unit play. There's not a lot of detail that I can go into here. Pete Carroll, the Seattle coach, is 1-3 in the preseason. He did win his season opener last year in his first season, and obviously has a 1-3 record. San Diego's Norv Turner, 13-11 in the preseason. The first week he's 3-3. The last two seasons he's 3-5. The question marks about the Seattle Seahawks tonight will be they're just a new team almost. They have basically two new quarterbacks, one of which will start, Tavares Jackson, formerly from the Minnesota Vikings. He's working with an offensive line, 4 or 5 new starters. There's a lot of new involved there. With San Diego, they've had good practices this week. They're settled down, and it's of note, by the way, that this game was 3.5 yesterday. It's 3 today. San Diego, the 3-point favorite. But this is a team that was #1 ranked in offense, defense, and pass defense last year in the NFL. I don't know what the line shift means. It's a game that I have a pretty strong opinion on, and as I say, it'll be part of my 2-game package tonight. Now let's go to Denver and Dallas. John Fox, the Denver coach, formerly the Carolina Panthers head coach, is 19-17 in the preseason, and until the last 2 years when his talent ran dry, he was always an excellent performer in the preseason. In week 1, he has a record of 6-3. The last 2 seasons, he was 1-7. Had to do more with the talent than anything else. He's a trier in the preseason. There's no doubt about it. As for Dallas, Jason Garrett coached a few games as head coach last season after Wade Phillips was fired. Has no preseason record, so we really don't know how he approaches the preseason. Denver's offensive starters will play 12 to 15 plays. Kyle Orton starts. Tim Tebow will spell him. Dallas intends to play its starters just 8 to 12 plays. And the last game, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Oakland Raiders. Oakland's a 3-point favorite, down from 3.5 with a total of 32.5. As for Arizona, Ken Wiesenhunt is 5-11 in the preseason. His record in the first week of the preseason, 1-3. The last 2 years he was 3-5. Hugh Jackson, the first season as head coach, he was the offensive coordinator at Oakland last season. Steps up, highly respected in the NFL. But once again, we don't know how he is going to approach the preseason. Both these teams have practiced well. You know, there's no question that Kevin Cobb, who was acquired from the Philadelphia Eagles, is going to spend a considerable amount of time at quarterback tonight, playing behind the first unit offensive line. He needs to get in stride here, so that would give Arizona a little bit of an edge. As for the Oakland Raiders, they've been had very good practice sessions, but there's been a lot of shifting around there too. This is a game where I think you might just as well use the dartboard as pick a side. That's just my opinion. Now, I said I would tell you how to get the baseball season free and the NFL preseason free, and I'm going to do just that. I am offering an early bird football package that includes the entire college football season, the entire NFL football season, the entire NFL preseason, plus 350-unit games of the year play, plus the entire baseball season through the World Series. Absolutely free. 4 things in this giant package, and I'm telling you that it's the bargain of the year at $199. Now let me run down just real quickly what you're going to get. You're going to get on September the 1st, 3 weeks from tonight, when the college football season opens, my 100-unit kickoff blowout game of the year. I won this thing 5 out of 6 years in a row. It's a 100-unit play. It'll pay for your entire package. So kick off the football season with a 100-unit winner. I'm also throwing in 2 more 100-unit college winners in this package for the season. My 200-unit college game of the year, my 200-unit NFL game of the year, an average of 3 college best bets every Saturday, an average of 3 NFL best bets every Sunday, most Monday night games and many of the midweek games, and most of all, those free things. The entire NFL preseason free, the rest of the baseball season through the World Series free. I appreciate very much you watching. Sign up for this package on this website or toll free at 1-800-755-2255. All major credit cards accepted. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be right back here on Friday morning with a report on Friday night's NFL games.